now I'm waiting for my client. Why is it not? Okay. I'll just do it through this side then. Didn't want to select inside OBS, but that's fine. I can actually continue playing Path of Exile while I'm waiting on him. Hello.
No. I'm not streaming today.
Are you not streaming today?
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, that's fine.
I got some practice in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mostly too tired due to work, because work sucks. But
that's understandable. I'm not gonna be upset at you because of that.
Yeah. So apparently, like, tomorrow, we've been preparing because we have half of Run, well, 2/3 of Run DMC showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they couldn't get Run because he's a reverend now, so.
Mm-hmm.
We're preparing for that. Things are just getting boring and hectic at work, so that's the point. Hold on, where is it? Don't tell me I just closed out all that shit. Okay, that's gonna suck. I was about to say, there goes all my porn.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share your screen.
Alright, I'm gonna have your stream on so I can just basically understand, like, whatever hand gestures he's trying to make. Alright, what sounds like the theme of Please Teach? Oh my god, that's Borderlands speedrunning. That's what sounds like the theme of Please Teacher.
Okay. How many games did you play total?
Not involving practice or involving practice?
Involving the practice that I gave you as homework.
No, I mean, like, custom games. That's what I mean by practice.
No, not those.
About 4.
4. Okay. See it. Game 1.
Oh, wait, no. I'm wrong. I've been playing too many custom games trying to get the hang of jungling.
Say again?
I've been playing too many custom games trying to get the hang of jungling again.
That's fine. That is fine.
I only have one game for you, and that's when I was playing as Poppy.
Oh, so you only have one live game.
Yeah.
Well, you can show me your jungle practice. See if you've been able to tighten up your clear.
Well, let's see. I was trying to pick up Sejuani because I really like fucking I really like Sejuani. And I'm trying to get better with Poppy again. Trying out something. Didn't work out the way I hoped it would, but Poppy's Poppy. And then we have the actual live game we played, which was in other words, it was pretty stupid.
Well, I can't get an assessment until I see it, so.
Hold on. I played really sloppy. But hey, I was 20-7. Right, yeah. Hold on. Right around here. Yeah.
I want to be able to see the entire game. Put the camera on yourself.
Ah, shit.
manual camera champion.
Yeah. So this is what I mean by it was kind of stupid. I saw Shaco enter from there, and this is how the game started.
No, pause it, go to the manual camera, click on the menu, put on your champion. Is it already bugged?
It's not. It's bugged again.
Okay, you're gonna have to drag it around then. Okay, so what was the game opening plan here?
An early invade, but I didn't expect Shaco to all take red, and they all joined.
Shaco's a champion that can sit down his boxes, and he is somebody who wants to do a red start.
So I essentially told everyone to back off.
Yes, that's correct.
And go back and return the lane. They went Shogath mid, and on my team, we, so the Ezreal swapped with the Malzahar. So it's Ezreal Seraphine bot, Malzahar mid.
This is a really shit leash from the bottom lane. This is on Seraphine as much as it is on the Ezreal trying to trade versus a Draven, because him losing health means they're going to lose lane. Yeah. However, the first mistake was you deciding that you wanted to go invade Shaco's red. Never invade on a Shaco that wants to be topside, because he can actually do his clear extremely fast. His boxes give him the ability to start his Raptor camp and finish it, while at the same time he's trying to set up his boxes to do his red. And it gives him an immediate fast level path into 3. Then he does his Krugs if he wants to keep his top side up, and then he uses that mana to immediately gank. This guy decided
he didn't do his Krugs.
Oh no, he did his Krugs. I'm looking at it. He leveled up to see, he went over the wall, and he did his Krugs. And he smited for it. So he neglected to do a top gank, which would have killed your Aatrox, but that's fine. So you knew he was starting topside. So you're never going to kill a Shaco in his jungle. So you immediately go to your Raptors. I don't like how we're up against the wall like this. This is making you lose a lot more health than you should. You should be pulling it out.
Yeah, Seraphine was kind of cracked this game. I don't know what happened.
She got experience first. She was first in lane.
Yeah. Was that a smart time to pull out?
When you do your camp, you want to walk up and throw your buckler at it. Then you want to use your Q so you can hit all the minions pulling into you, and then you want to stun it towards the rush. And the reason why is because you're trying to kite for efficiency. Right now, what you're doing is what you should have done with a Raptor. I assume you spent some time practicing this, so I'm going to see it. But picking up the buckler there doesn't matter. You want to move quickly. You are technically just behind the Shaco clearing. So he's about... Oh no, he's already finished with his jungle. So he's already on top of bottom scuttle. You're still at your blue. You could be taking this blue and this Gromp at the same time. It's going to save you 10 seconds on your clear.
So the thing is, that mentally like came to me as I was like listening to my music, because I'm like, wait, no, pretend like Carl's in your head telling me what the fuck to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I've been fucking. Okay, let me retry this.
So right now, you are 15 seconds behind the Shaco. He's already pathing over to go take his Raptors again. So he's ahead of you slightly in experience, and you're still taking this. You use your smite on that camp, and you start backing. So he's about to get ahead of you on double scuttle.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for you to smite that when it's that low. Because that smite will be enough for you to be able to kill that Krug in a single spell rotation. They made it really easy for people to be able to secure those now. So the fact that we didn't go for that when it was available is bad, because now he has vision. He pings into your jungle to look for camps. He does not find anything. But he's a Shaco. He's going to kill your top laner.
Actually, for a little while, Aatrox was kind of fed, which was a little alarming.
Well, the problem is that he's looking. When you're facing any kind of aggressive gank jungler, you do not want to give them the opportunity to have the chance to look. Also, I don't know why we're topside. Why are we topside?
Because I knew Aatrox, I knew Shaco was there.
Yes, but your gold is down here.
Yeah.
Like we're pathing through mid. We're showing on vision. They now know what side of the map you're on. They already have a ward in your camp because someone probably took your camp. Scroll over. I can't see.
No, they didn't.
Raptors. Raptors.
No, they're still there.
No, they have a ward in your camp, so they know what you have up. You already showed mid, so they just walk over here and they start fighting you. Your bot lane does not rotate. This Cho should die for this, and he does. But realistically, you should have lost this. If the bottom lane was smarter, they would have just walked immediately over, and they would have just killed you for this. Now Shaco's pathing up, and he's waiting, and he's watching. You're walking here. I don't know why you're walking here. You are low, and you don't want to fight. That is a Smite Ignite Shaco. We don't do risks like this.
Yeah, which is why I managed to get away the first time.
Yeah, but it cost you your flash. Why even path there? What are we looking for in that brush? Vision?
No. And I think Set gets his first kill. No, he doesn't. It was right. Because Cho'Gath was a little bit fed, and that's also partially my fault. But then I rectified it.
Show me items. Why Monomoon?
No, I'm only Thimble Venture.
Okay, first item Thimble doesn't really.
No.
It doesn't really help.
No. The first time you go on Poppy is the boots, right?
Well, on any jungler that you want to try and be ahead on, if you have the money to go back and get tier 2 boots, you can always opt for it. Otherwise, you'd be getting boots plus the item to build towards what you actually want to build. For you, you're going to be a tank jungler.
So I built, so what I first built was boots, then I went Divine Cinder, and then I went Thimble Winter.
Okay, but go directly into Divine first. Don't build the tier, because the tier's not going to help you. The tier's not going to help you because you're not going to be able to convert it into stats in time, and I would prefer you have the health and have the damage and the sheen to be able to fight, because your sheen to proc off of your first auto attack with your buckler is very strong. On top of that, you have Dark Harvest. I would much rather you have Predator because it's going to be a lot more consistent for your early game ganking. It's going to help you get into position faster, and it's going to give you the better opportunity to get really good flanks and really good chase down potential, because your job is going to be assassination attempts, but eventually there's going to be a point where you're never going to be able to walk forward, ever. And this build path that you did really just puts you in a really raw position where you need to hope for things to work, and we don't even have our sweeper. So we're walking in vision and we're trying to gank mid versus somebody at level 8 while we're level 5. Why even take the risk of potentially giving him the gold and just get our experience? Because you can't help him if he's already behind.
Yeah.
It's not your fault for not knowing that, but it is a new trap for you to try to do this. It is better to recognize what lanes are losing and attempt to prioritize the lanes that are ahead, so that you can be able to not make the situation worse, because it is going to be better for you to make one lane for them a nightmare versus allowing your lane to get even further behind because you have now given more gold to the enemy laner. It also helps you stay ahead of the enemy jungler, because you're dead, he's not.
So this part right here, I just wanted to make sure that Shaco wasn't
to do that, you would need to put a pink in that brush on top of the crescent wall.
Yeah, I forgot to buy a pink.
Always buy a pink. Every back, always buy a pink if you can. Because what
I don't know what drug Xerath was on, but he starts picking up midway through the game.
They probably weren't taking the game seriously. I'm not sure why we're doing this blind. This is extremely risky, and it only works if he never checks. And so far, this Shaco has never had a reason to check. He's not exactly prioritizing doing things, he's just taking open opportunities where he sees them. It's not good that we did this without even putting vision over the wall, so we can't even tell if he's looking for this. Like, he's pathing around to come for that scuttle. So now he sees you doing this, and he just walks straight up to you, puts the box down, and he's pinging his laners to come over. He's looking for the smite. Deceives. Once he is over that wall, you should have turned around. What are we still chasing for? Like, we're pathing away from our buff. And now we're fighting a disjointed 2v2, where they have advantage because mid is rotating. Our mid is late. And we're versus a jungler who wants to be able to get on top of us and chase us down. Our top lane is getting chased up with a chill. The mid laner's dying. Or rather, he's getting pushed backwards instead of pushing his advantage in, because he just uses ultimate raw. Top lane comes down and gets a conversion kill. Then he goes back in after everyone's dead. And goes right back to the worst situation possible. This could have been avoided if you just got the buff and walked away. And you enticed that. The decision making here...
Yeah, but the thing is, everything starts picking up around mid-game.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why we just finally decided to get our shit together mid-game.
Elo buff. People decided, oh, people are going places, I guess I better do something. So immediately he flashes for this, which should have been your sign to turn around and beat the shit out of him. Like, yes, that is the correct choice. Like, I don't know why he was terrified. You're 2v1 and he's that low health.
So the thing was, I was waiting till my buckler got off cooldown.
That's fine.
Because the thing with my buckler is that it does extra damage.
I know. I know.
You already know about Poppy.
What I'm curious about
this was the prime position.
What I'm worried about is the lack of pinging that we're doing here. Like, I should be seeing assist me pings, help me pings. You're not communicating enough.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't thinking about it until I got like midway through the game, and then this is where I started pinging more.
Okay. We ping MIA and assist on Dragon. Shaco's doing his Gromp. Echo is being lazy.
You mean Ez?
Yes, Ezreal's being lazy.
Yeah, he missed the easiest skill shot in the game.
So what needs to happen here is you need to not walk towards him, you need to stay in the pit. You need to let your Seraphine and your Ezreal protect you, and make sure that you secure the smite. Because he's looking for deceive E auto. That's what he's looking for. He wants to... Okay, that's pathetic. Ezreal should be doing better than this. I don't know why he flashed that.
Yeah, our Ezreal had the IQ of a wet paper bag. Because he originally wanted to be a mid laner, but because the person he's dueling with was a support, that's when he decided. And this is where I kind of pick up my shit.
He can't be a mid laner if he's throwing away his sums like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Dies mid. Gets the trade kill. You also can kite this red into the Raptors and try to do them at the same time as well.
Okay.
It's not going to mean much in this rotation, because you'd be immediately going bottom to try and see what you can do there, but that is something you can do. You have to start the red, or you need to use your buckler to pull the Gromps over to you, crest the wall, touch the red, and then pull it back towards the center. That's what you have to do.
During this time, Shaco had no idea what the hell he was doing.
No, he's just farming. It's not that he doesn't know what he's doing, he's farming. He's not wasting time. He is going from camp to camp to camp. I want my experience, I want my gold. I'm not going to take a risk right now, because I don't have the ability to afford a risk right now. That's what he's doing. Look at his items.
Alright, yeah, this is where I fucking did something completely unnecessary. Right here.
Okay, you got the shutdown, that's fine. I actually like that play. You did something on your own agency and you outplayed him. Because this player, he just relies on Cho being able to have consistent CC to poke them down. But I want you to look at the Shaco's items right now. You see that he's going for Duskblade. He does not want to show up in a place where he is not going to secure a kill. Because he's going auto-attack based. He is not going to show up in a lane versus an Aatrox, a Poppy, or a Malzahar, and risk being ulted in place. He's not doing it. Not unless he can get off Faco. And if he can get off Faco, then he's just going to go for the kill anyways. Because as long as he's able to run somebody down, it's fine for him. This play I'm okay with, because your team's blocking them at Dragon while you're taking the Herald. Your top laner walks over. Set does not follow.
To be fair, the enemy set had the IQ of a wet paper bag.
So what I would have done here after I cleared this is I would have walked right into his Raptors.
Yeah. I realized that after I recalled. I'm like, wait, I could have just went into his fucking Raptors and robbed him. He was free. He was fucking free.
Like, I would have robbed his Raptors because he went down to his bottom side. I would have robbed the Raptors. I would have robbed his Krugs. I would have looped around. I would have looked for a kill on the set, and then I would have gone back to my own jungle.
And this is why I decided to be a smartass.
Okay. Dropping.
On this, I was hoping that Aatrox would back me up.
No, Aatrox was focusing on trying to push the wave because he was doing the play that I did to you when we were in practice. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He went behind, just blocked the wave.
But this part, I was actually kind of proud of Aatrox for.
Well, he has to outplay this because he has enough life still that he can be able to duel him. And Shaco recognized that, so he goes right back to his camps. Now imagine if those camps weren't there.
Yeah, fair.
But no, that play is fine. It's just that you need to communicate with him, I need you to assist, which is why you need to ping more. Because he doesn't know that you're going for that play. He's looking at the wave saying, my gold. Okay,
That was the moment when I forgot that Poppy's dash goes much farther than I remember.
Okay,
That's,
immediately popping him.
Alright, so this one was one of my favorite plays because for this one, I'm like, hold up. Julian's coming so he can just fucking sweep us from our feet. I see him through the wars. Okay.
I think the ultimate from Seraphine is a little bit unnecessary, but that's fine. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. It's also very strange that you left your bot side and your top side unfarmed, but also this is okay, because it's not gonna work out against you, because the Shaco does not gut your waves for this. I say waves, but I mean your jungle, but really, I mean your waves. Because he goes for your top laner, because he wants to go for a handicap play versus him. You are still pushing in the bottom lane for your team. At any point, he technically could try to turn that, but he has to wait for the clone to die, but he just gets ulted anyways. So he shouldn't have turned at all if he was going to make his stand, because he had to do it under tower. Here, you path back to your stuff. And then I would clear up, and then reset for my buy. Because this top side is
where I started getting a little worried because so for this team fight, my team was going off, and then we just stopped for a second. I'm like, oh no.
It's because they were overstaying. They didn't have anything to do next, so they figured the next thing they should do is just go wherever the path of least resistance is. It is the infamous ARAM.
Yeah, it was also around this time where Cho'Gath started becoming absolutely worthless.
That's very pathetic from the Malzahar. You shouldn't have been lazy backing.
I finished Winter's Embrace. That's what it's called, right?
Winter's Embrace and the Thimble.
Approach.
Yes.
Yeah, Winter's Approach and the Thimble. And for this part, I don't know what happened. I think I was, yeah, right. I was waiting for
a kill armor?
Yeah, because I was trying to build. I think I was, no, not Deadman. I wasn't trying to build Deadmans yet. It was something else I was building. I don't remember which.
Why are we skipping this top side for 2 minutes?
Yeah, and then, no, because I realized it in this team fight, I'm like, wait, no, apply pressure. Apply pressure.
Yes, but if you were going to go down mid anyways, why didn't you clear your top side on that next back? Then you could have gotten more than just a single cloth armor.
I did something kinda smart, kind of.
Because right now, if we're going to be looking for things, we're either supporting your team or we're looking to block this push from Shaco. You're not going to be able to block a push from Shaco without having items. And also, open up your menu again.
Right, no,
what trinket do you have?
What?
What trinket do you have? We still have yellow trinket at 22 minutes in the game versus a stealth champion. Do you want to get outplayed? Because you want to get outplayed here, because that's what's happening.
I remember getting the kill.
I mean, he dies here regardless. The problem is that we take the scouting lens and we take the oracles to sweep because of champions like Shaco. If there is a stealth champion, we are taking this because he doesn't get to outplay us on vision, because we just assume, well, we're going to be able to pop him once we catch him.
Yeah, I noticed that my team was overextending way too much for my liking, so I just decided to push straight.
The pings are what do that.
Yeah, I did ping. I pinged a lot, actually.
The problem is that you didn't ping enough early, so later on, they're just going to float wherever. And if they decide, I don't want to do it, then they're just going to ignore the pings if possible.
It's that kind of astounding me for how stupid they're on. Yeah.
Just a bad ultimate from Malzahar.
Yep. Where is it? There.
You're also overcommitting to a tank while their team is circling behind you. This only works because you have lifesteal champions.
Yeah.
Then he gets popped because he goes in too deep. He doesn't have vision of you, so he's being careful. You get the flash for the hit, and then you get the auto attack, and then you get the Q. I don't feel like you had to flash for that, but it worked.
So that's apparently called the Poppy full combo. Flash. It's Flash E. Technically, we got an ace, but Xerath respawned too fast.
The play works a lot better if you just hold your Q. Or excuse me, hold your E. If you hold your flash before the E and you see whether or not he's going to flash, you can get his sums out of him.
He flashed earlier. I was paying attention to that fact. He flashed earlier.
No, he still has his flash. Maybe it just came up and he didn't have it available. But I want you to hold on your E and just walk at him in a straight line.
That's right. I built cloth armor to be a dick. Not cloth armor. I build bramble vest.
No, that's fine. We're playing footsie over the wall. Dashing in, get the kill. Flash. Immediately turn around and stun him. Because your team can't walk up. And worse, your team just died behind you. I guess this is the best that you possibly could have done.
That and it was buying time for Aatrox.
I suppose. It's not a really great play there in the mid. Because you don't have a siege. You don't have a siege mage. So not having a siege means that you don't get to take free team fights. You take picks and you take catches. You want to catch.
Aatrox takes this turret right here. Yeah.
You want to take picks and catches, because regardless of whatever your split pusher does in the top side, you have to outplay them, and outplaying them requires you not just fight them straight up. You have to be slightly smarter about it, and he could turn on him at any fucking moment, but he chooses not to.
Yeah. Our Aatrox was kind of mentally inting for a long while.
He's not confident in his role.
I died 2 more times. Yeah, I definitely died 2 more times, and then I just stopped dying. I get 1 more kill and 4 more assists.
So he's in your top side because you left us up for like 4 minutes at this point now. Shaco dies here. Sets over the wall. He punches. You don't know that he have a ward in that tri-brush.
Yeah, I remember my next 2 deaths were definitely because I overextended, and by the time I realized that, it was kind of moot.
I should be better at decision making. Because right now you have lost gold from how long your top side has been left up this long. And then you don't even take the wolf. Right now there's realistically nothing happening. Because I'm pretty sure they either took dragon or dragon was just taken. So there's nothing. So there's nothing being pushed mid. You have 1 laner top. There is a dumb fight happening in your top side jungle. I would just be immediately pathing down, getting your camps and making sure that they can't steal them from you. And then afterwards, see what you can do here. Because this is not good. Like, you die before they even get the chance to break the vision of the brush. And now they have your camps.
I was honestly expecting them to do a lot more, but...
They get the white. And then they just walk mid.
Forgot. One of my other team members had smite. I don't... Because he forgot to change it.
Eh.
I think it was either... It was...
Malzahar.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's Malzahar.
It doesn't hurt anything. Really, it just means that you have a mid laner that has a lot of control over objectives with you.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you all should have been looking for more objectives than you did.
Yeah.
Because right now...
No. So the thing is, I build a hole breaker.
Why? You're always grouping. There's never going to be a situation where you're split pushing. Not as a tank. But in these situations, and even worse, that's even the worst problem, you're going to be looking for objectives. So we don't have sweeper so that we can sweep the vision on our way to the dragon so they can see you walking over and doing it. But then, we actually have a mid laner who has sums. So both of you should have been communicating between each other, hey, I'm going to use this smite to secure this objective, and then we can go over and we can immediately start doing Baron and secure the smite with your objective smite. Because whether or not he upgrades it or not, that's an additional, what, 450 damage that you can be able to get on top of your smite?
This is my last death because I overextend. I heavily overextend.
Okay, we charge into the set.
Yeah.
You walked back into them, why?
Yeah, this is what I mean by I heavily overextended.
Well, you weren't overextended until you went into them. What compelled you to fight them? Did you think that you were caught?
Or panic charged. Or panicky.
Okay, so you thought you were caught then.
Yeah.
You weren't caught. You're faster than them.
This is where we decide to pretty much end the game.
Okay, getting queued, getting eaten, getting auto-attacked. He at least has the correct items to be able to duel them. I don't know why he would... I don't know why he'd shift in like that. He just needs to keep poking at a distance. He uses his... Okay, good. Walking up on Shaco. Okay, kite backwards. Keep queuing. Keep queuing. Get away from the... Keep queuing. You should have killed that before he let it get away from him. There's now... This is between you and him. Using your spells to get your rotation. That's a flash, so he automatically queues forward. He's getting into range of a melee champion. That it works anyway because he already has lifesteal. So after that, ping, 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 Baron.
Yeah, no, they're already taking Baron.
Ezreal's going up mid like a dumbass.
Yeah. Ezreal was feeling himself at this moment. I'm not even gonna lie. He was definitely feeling himself.
But the numbers he had in the early game, he would have to. He's not very good.
Yeah, he is not.
The only thing that it does is it gives you the chance to actually be able to take this objective. So here, you would have been letting them push it up first.
Wait, no, I played the game as Mordekaiser without you. I have like... Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I think I just have completionist anxiety.
No need. Let your laners push that in. Walk into their jungle. Get wards. Then go back and do your camps. Get your next item buy. Farm.
So
quick,
the
quick,
thing
quick.
was, so the thing was, game was already over at this point.
It's not over until
Because
that Nexus is broken. It is never over until the Nexus is broken. It can look over, but until they surrender or that Nexus is broken, the game is never over. Especially not for your elo.
I know what you mean. Actually, I've been playing on a bit of a higher elo because of practicing with you.
That's good. You said you had another game with Mordekaiser?
Yeah, I forgot I had this game because the last game I played with you was with Gwen.
Okay.
So this is the game. This is the game where I was playing as Mort. Also, somebody messaged me apparently. Hold on, Oh, he was live Friday. Okay.
Okay, put it on yourself and focus on that the entire game, because it's gonna bug. And don't touch anything.
I'm fighting against a Shin Jungle and set top.
Okay, so what you should have been doing here versus this set is that you should have been in this top rush.
I didn't know if he was in there. I thought he saw my Q, so yeah.
No. So, you get his sums out of him.
Yep. I pinged Flash.
You should have been walking up and looking for this Q. What are we doing?
I don't remember what I was. I don't know if my encounter with set too well. All my encounters with set is just like...
He's going to pull you in and he's going to box you. Because he tries to box you, he's going to lose. Look for damage on his head. Your damage is kitted in such a way that as long as you take that early one, like the early duel, and you take that duel, and you win it, when he gets his grit, he's not going to have the pull to leverage with. His entire build is built around his pulls and around his grit. He needs grit to be able to hit you with a stronger W. And if you stand in the middle, he will be able to chunk you with true damage. But if you do your combo, you walk and you do your Q, and you fight him, and you reduce his ability to fight back by pulling him in, so he has farther distance to travel, he's not going to be able to competently fight you. And here, he has to have taken his Q, because that's the only thing that's going to give him movement speed and the ability to actually duel you. Leave it on double speed. So you pull him again, you get the kill, which is good. Before 5...
I got an S plus on this game.
That's fine. Before 5, when you are autoing the tower, it is much smarter for you to look to get vision in the jungle. Because the Shen, not having his camps taken, could have given you an opportunity to actually be able to farm his camps. Or at least get vision for your jungler. So, pushing this in, I would keep looking for that because he's looking to fight you. I would be backing here. Unless you're calling over Fiddlesticks to actually help you, I would be looking to back because that happens.
Yeah.
But you need a little bit more health for you to actually back like that. That's a lazy back. Don't do those anymore.
No, I know. But at this point in time, I had enough gold to where I could buy the Shinobi Tabi.
Steel caps.
That's what, steel caps. Thank you.
The problem is that your backing and your back gave him 300 gold. So you already shut him out of the game. You understand that? He was already out of the game, and you gave him gold to get back in the game.
Oh, he never gets... Ah, oh, fuck it, bugged out again. Hold on.
So we're still looking for a plate here, which I do not agree with. Should really just be looking for Qs at the tower. As he has to walk forward to use this, and every time he uses his E, that's your opportunity to actually pull him. Because he doesn't have anything to pull back with.
No, no. Carl, you alright? Are you high, bro?
No. You're eating.
Ah.
Okay. Autoing. Hit the Q. Use the E. Autoing. So these trades you're doing on set is fine. The way to counter Set's entire kit is not to try and burst him in a single rundown, but you need to poke him over time. I don't like that we're not looking for Qs. It's his ultimate. You flash.
Let's see flash.
That's fine. Pushing the wave. We're still not using this E on every part of the wave, and I don't like that. Get auto attacks in.
Such a long cooldown that I didn't want to really risk it. I didn't get the plate, and that bothered me. That really did.
You should have just gotten the next auto attack. In that situation, if it looks like it's going to be fading away, just get the next auto attack.
So I was trying out Fleet Footwork with Mordekaiser.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, now that
That is a bad ultimate from him.
Our Fiddlesticks had the brains of a potato.
No, he was looking for the kill, but he didn't think about his angle, and he went under the tower. Okay. You live this. Turn right back around, push the wave. What are we doing?
Resetting because at that moment in time, I thought, yo, who's gonna fight me next? Who's gonna fight me next?
Yes, but you would have pressed...
because I didn't know that Shen DC'd. So my immediate thought process is, yo, if Shen just shows up, I'm fucked.
Well, no, because you would have hit tab here, and you would have looked at the fact that he's level 2. And you're level 8, and you have Death Realm. You actually kill Shen at that health.
No. No, my Death Realm was down because I had just used it on set. In order to
secure
the kill on Veigar, yeah.
I didn't notice it because it doesn't show up inside the replay.
No, so the thing is, it does kind of show up, but when it does show up, it's like white.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. It's so weird, but I can tell when I do it.
Okay, hits the W. Again. You're going to want to save the E for when you actually know you kill him on the rotation. So walk forward, like that, follow it down again. The fact that you're not warding here means that in other elos you're going to be punished for not doing so. Walk into the tower, not putting this Q on all the back minions. This should be a plate and a half. Wave comes in, we're backing fully off, and we're backing instead of taking that next wave.
because I finished my item and then I bought and then I'm starting Masters.
The wave's already incoming, and he hasn't come up yet. When you leave it like that, it actually pushes towards him, and you lose more experience and gold for that. That's why you push those waves in. If the wave's already in front of you and you're already planning to back, just clear the wave and back. Okay, with path behind him, that blows to some. That's a good play. We still haven't warded anything. Okay, we're pushing the wave.
Earlier. I just don't know when.
Okay, we auto under the tower, we block it. Now he's afraid. He uses W. So this is where you would not be touching the wave and you'd be walking over it and you'd be threatening him. Because you're not actually risking anything right now. Okay, footsie. Same thing. Walk over the wave and harass him, because you're not harassing him.
What am I doing? Like, there's actually just going to be a moment of, like, realization.
Look, I know what you're doing. You're thinking, what if he uses his ult on me under tower?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you're not going to dive him, just leave the wave there, walk him to the top side, take the camps that you find, ward, walk back. By the time that he pushes that wave, he's going to be pushing it away from himself, and then you can just do the same thing you just did here. You're able to walk it in and just take the tower down. Because if he's just going to keep standing here in front of you, this is where you would say, okay, now I need to ult him because I don't want him to run away. So you take this, and then I'd walk over to the crescent brush, and then I'd drop a ward in it. Come back, push the wave, continue pushing the wave in because now the Shen is walking towards.
I did drop.
Not in this brush, the next brush.
Yeah, no, I did. Oh, right, yeah.
I want a brush I want a ward in the brush in front of that red. That ward is going to see so many rotations that it's going to give you the ability to allow yourself to push. And if you had gone there, you would have saw that the red was up. I am a stickler for getting deep vision because I don't want the jungler to know that I know he's there.
Was that a smart ward position?
Yes. Because you can see that the plant, basically.
I remember this part got me mad specifically.
Well,
he took it.
No, you're facing a jungler. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No. So the thing is, he took it, I death rolled. After he killed it, I immediately death rolled him so he couldn't pick it up. And then I camped it until it just no longer showed up.
I mean, that's fine. Anything to deny them having the Herald is fine. I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just thinking, We're doing it, and we're not pulling it all the way out of vision. Do you know how far the patience meter on that Herald can be pulled? It can be pulled onto the bottom side towards your blue, and it will not reset. Now, granted, this makes it harder for you to defend it because he's going to be walking in the pit anyways. Because he just beelined for it because he wanted to secure it. And at that situation, you cannot smite it away from him. You have to then be thinking, if he's going to be coming over this wall, I want to be able to kill him. Now, unfortunately, the ward position doesn't allow us to see that. I would have had it a little bit more towards the right. That way you can see the vision plant, because you can actually see the top of that ramp.
Yeah, I think this is the moment where I realize I'm fucking Mordekaiser.
Mm-hmm. Break the tower, break the tower. We're holding Death Realm forever. Use your exhaust. Now he's circling under the tower. Flash out, because you didn't just walk out towards their base. Walk into their base and drop the vision, and then walk backwards.
Yeah, this is where I die. Right around here. This is my second death and my last death of the game. It's right around here. No, okay, I death roamed MF. Yeah, I death roamed MF, took out 3 people, and then I got Ard, and that was it for me.
Well, that's a lot of pressure you put in this game.
And then I got mad because they were slowly but steadily feeding Set, and I'm like, excuse me, what?
That's why we don't play around with it early.
I then did Demonic Embrace and another item. They tried to FF, but they couldn't.
So we're pushing down mid. We're breaking to the top knuckle. Taking the camps. Taking the red. So I'd be pushing this top wave. Taking the camp is fine. Pushing the top wave. And then meet back in the middle. And then come from behind and see who I can get death round.
But I also took in the fact that top base turret is like very weak right now, so I can kill in a few autos.
Exactly. You just take this and then you break over it and you join with your team. Because all they're gonna do here when you're at this inhibitor is they're going to try and form up on you to get a pinch. And I would rather you step over with your team and join the Havoc and start slowly pushing in so you could potentially get the win.
Like 2 more kills here and then the game just ends.
Okay, we're formed up. We get a big pullout. Dives in. Shen was trying to ult something. This is an ace. Next one up is Vigar.
No,
MF's already...
Vigar properly runs.
MF already just rage quit because she's sitting on the platform. That's fine. This is good. There's still a couple of macro mistakes, but this is still good.
Okay. Okay. And then I really like Shyvana, but I'm not sure how to play her properly.
Shyvana, Emax.
Yeah.
Emax, and then what I've been seeing a lot of players versus me do, they're building tank stats, and also building Bork, so that they can get tank shredding, and then they're building anything to increase their attack speed. So what you have right there, you would change that Divine Sunderer for a Frostbound, or a Frozen Gauntlet.
Also, they're hard enough for Frozen Gauntlet.
Say again?
They're hard enough for Frozen Gauntlet because it's better than Sunfire.
Yes. For her kit, you want to slow people down. You want more time to auto them. It's also because that on-hit magic damage is for maximum health. And that is what you're doing with her character. Alright, let's see these clears.
This was... So... These two were me practicing my clears. These were just me practicing the champ to see if I can get, like, the hang of them. Okay. I got mad. So, remember the guide you gave me?
Yes.
So Sejuani's is really fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god, I lost brain cells. Because what she does is she rushes red, then skips over raptors and gromps, Krugs, goes immediately to blue, and then takes Grump, and that's it for her. And that's it for it.
Yeah, she wants to clear faster. she doesn't have a very good clear, and she wants to try and go into a ganks. So what you would do is you would try to adapt that into a 4 or 5 camp clear.
But she only has a 3, so I'm just like, oh. And why is it so slow for only being a 3? If I remember, hold on, I'm bringing up the guide. Where's Sejuani?
It's because of her kitted damage. Her new clear is not as fast as her old clear.
It's 2 minutes 35 seconds, and it still feels just terrible. Instead of starting over, I just said, fuck it, I'm never playing Sejuani again.
It's the nature of tank junglers. They have hard clears in the beginning. They need, they need Bomby Cinder to speed it up.
This is just me just practicing.
Fast forward.
And then there was for like the 30 seconds I fast forward through. There.
Okay.
Right around there.
I can still understand it with 4 times speed. Okay. Smite.
It's too much health. And that's when I realized I am doing this completely wrong. I realized that I'd fucked this up, and then I said never again.
So, do I even have Sejuani on my account? Let me look. No, I don't. Is she available to be played? No, she's free to play. Okay. So, I'll explain that to you later. Show me the next one.
Then it's this one with Poppy. I'm actually a little bit proud of it. What time does camp start? Like,
1:30.
15 seconds? 1:30? So I got the clear time to 4 minutes 20 seconds.
4 minutes 20 seconds.
4 minutes 20 seconds subtracted by 140, right?
1:30.
1:30? That's about 2 minutes 50 seconds.
Let's see it.
So people are stopping like using people are stopping the use of what was it? Starting heroic charge and are now just starting Poppy's Q.
They were never supposed to do Poppy charge.
No, that was originally that was actually the preferred strategy for a while.
Okay, we get the ward over. We're hugging the wall a little bit too much. Because if you pull all those across as you're going to the Raptors, you'll be able to all hit them with the Q. Same thing with this. You should be trying to walk to your next camp, and then as the babies are following behind you, you Q them. Okay. Auto. Push over. You should be smiting. There you go. It can be faster.
Is that a clear though?
Oh no, this is a clean clear, but this can be faster.
Okay. So I feel like really awkward saying this, especially from the chat, but I'm like a major Poppy simp. Not like in the sexual way, more like I really fucking love the champion.
Okay. It's possibly somebody who can add to your rotation.
Yeah. So because I really fucking love the champion, I wanted to get like really good with her. And the best I got with her was Mastery 4, and then I stopped because playing Poppy is actually kind of fucking hard.
Oh, I'm gonna fix that today.
Yeah. I don't know why it did that, but okay.
I'm making a custom game. Pick Poppy.
A demonstration of superior judgment.
Where Poppy? Where? Yeah,
Multi. Hold that thought into P.
alright. Chat, did this nigga really pick Shen?
Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
It's going to be an extension and the finishing of the first lesson that I started teaching you in the first 2 sessions.
30 seconds until
Because
minions spawn.
Poppy is one of the most important characters who need to understand the concept of the dueling stance. Also, you can finish what you were saying before I had to go to the bathroom.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Our wills align.
Alright.
Where do you want me to meet you?
Top lane.
Top lane? I do not have my Poppy runes for top. Okay.
It's not gonna matter.
Oh.
So, Poppy is one of the most important things that needs to be played versus things that are going to be in tank top lanes because she is easy to learn. The reason
Is
why
she?
yes, she is. She's very, very simple. You are a counter versus assassins. Do you know why?
Because I punished them for dashing.
Yes, but simple answer.
W strong can make me move fast.
You counter them because of your W.
Yeah.
Tread
So,
carefully.
when you're walking up to the wave, you're farming. You need to be thinking about getting your gold. The reason why is because you're not going to push as fast as someone else if they get first initiative on the wave, like I do. Second reason is because you have to be able to actually leverage your sums and your stats. And the reason why is because of that exchange right there.
I've never fought against Shen.
Big sword, pull through you, get multiple damage and additional attack speed. Auto, you do not lose. But if I get that pull on you, you will lose. So you have to kite backwards. If you play into it, you're going to die. Because I get a shield. And I also have grasp, which means I'm getting healing while I'm autoing you.
I was supposed to build Grasp with the Undying.
From the shadows.
She can. But the problem is
No.
that she's going to lose it on her buckler.
Press on.
Now,
Onward.
lesson for today is going to be the shorthand encapsulation of the lessons from before. And that is understanding the purpose of reactive and proactive defense. Before, I taught you the concept of being offensive and defensive in the lane, and how to leverage being offensive and defensive versus who you are fighting and what you are trying to play versus. The reason why that is important is because understanding this entire concept is the basis behind playing a tank top lane. You cannot fight until you have initiative, and you cannot get initiative until you have your kill spell. For you, that would be getting Q and E, the same way that is for Shen. Q and E. because his W does not operate unless he has Spirit's Refuge. So,
But the spirit, I have no idea what spirit
it blocks auto attacks.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Yes.
I've never really played against a Shen, but even though I played as Mordekaiser, I was playing around Shen. I never really had a direct 1v1 with him.
So you understand that he can taunt.
Yes.
The taunt is a dash. You can block this.
Enforced equilibrium.
Any champion with a dash and anything that is counted as a movement spell can be blocked by the W.
Okay. So instead of going E second, I should have went W second?
To protect yourself from dives, yes, because you don't have initiative into this lane versus me.
With balanced steps.
Did you build Tiamat?
Yes.
Oh my god, I forgot how long the cooldown is.
You're not getting out of this.
I know.
Our wills align.
So, proactive and reactive defense. Shen is what we call a proactive champion. In the dueling stance, I'm the one who gets first initiative because I'm able to target my spells onto you. And,
Point
say again?
blank? It's point blank?
No. I can drag and I can pull it and I can direct it.
Oh, that's annoying.
Not as annoying as you think. It's not point and click. So, I have proactive measures. I get to choose when I can fight you. And I get to choose how I can fight you. Makes me very, very scary. You have reactive advantage. When I dive onto you, you are one of the few champions in the game that actually has spells that give them the ability to defend themselves from being attacked. In this case, being taunted. So, when in the dueling stance, when you are facing up on the lane, you need to not be looking necessarily to try and throw your buckler at their face constantly by abusing the power of Sheen, which is what a lot of poppies do, but instead think of, how can I leverage the offense and defense of the dueling stance position to potentially get my gold and try to keep them from getting more gold? Because it's not going to work versus everybody. Do you know the reason why it's not going to work versus everybody?
No.
It's the same concept of when I played Yorick versus you. It's annoying because you're poking me at range with something that isn't easy to counter. But remember, I get a shield. And... yeah, no, that doesn't work, sir. I'm sorry.
Poppy Wombo combo usually does work.
It's because I have more health than you. And because I blocked a couple of your autos. And also I have Ignite. Also, all of those fancy things for blocking dashes does not work if I'm directly on top of you. Did you notice why?
Because you do a shit ton of damage?
No,
And
it's
you have
because
buff armor?
no, because if I'm standing on top of you, my dash still goes through.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Because you didn't see it.
No, because I remember it stopped you.
No, it stopped me from moving through you, but I was already on top of you. And this went through, meaning your top try rush. Wait 7 seconds. To make sure you're not auto-attacking me. So,
I'm not.
So I want you to wait for your W, and then I'm going to dash upwards into you, and I want you to time it on 3. And you're going to press it on 3. 1,
No,
2.
it's not ready yet. The
It's not.
cooldown, the cooldown for W is 24 seconds. Now, 1.
Hold on, I'm gonna count. Because you are going to have to reactively press it on 2, so that it connects properly. You're moving too close. On 3.
Shit.
So, 1, and you're gonna press it on 2. 2. That's what happened. No, no, no. Did you notice that you were still taunted?
Yeah. Okay.
The technique of building Shane on Poppy and poking people constantly with it only works if you're able to stay away from me. I have a dash, and your dash counter is very, very long. Your own counter only works if I'm standing into a wall. So a lot of the wiggling that you're doing is fine, but it's not going to work if I just choose not to follow you. Because I can always be able to get on top of you later. By pushing this wave, you don't get to harass me. On top of that, I have a rejuvenation bead. So Shen is going to be somebody between Gordon Shield, Second Wind, rejuvenation beads. Really should only be buying one in this season because you don't have to buy them for Tiamat anymore. And the use of my shield. Horrible dash. To be able to outplay at any level and any level of health. Because Spirit's Refuge is going to counter what you can do. It counters your buckler throw, and it will counter your combo. Because after you dash, you don't have anything. Now, she's going to be a great pickup for you to use, because it's going to be able to allow you to use the same skills that you're learning on Mordekaiser to apply to her. But unless you understand this concept of offense and defense and proactive and offensive plays, you're not going to get it. Now, the fortunate part of this...
Hold on. Let me ask you this before you go on a very long rant and make me forget what I was going to ask. Her zone of control is her E, correct?
Her zone of control is her W. Her E is her threat.
Okay.
The range of your threat is the range of your dash. Your actual zone of control is the area around you that you can block with your W. It blocks anything inside of it, and it blocks anything moving into it. It is a literal wall, but that wall doesn't matter if I'm already inside of it.
Tread carefully.
Now, the fortunate part is that reactive and proactive plays are based on the same principle of offense and defense. You're pushing into me, so you can offensively, at my tower line, look for a possibility to throw a Q at me. You can look for a buckler to throw on me, enabled with Sheen, and then you can back up and see if I walk towards a wall, so you can look for a dash. However, I leave you a lot of options.
Enforced equilibrium.
Because whenever you use your W, you're now open to get Powder Blade on. And I don't even have to be able to dash into you to make this possible. Because walking over to brushes is not going to help anything. I'm just going to block you off. This line that my character is drawing with my sword is actually the range of my spell. And the range of the spell is what defines the enabled auto attacks. Auto minion. Because of this, makes it really easy to be able to counterplay. And because I have proactive measures to be able to punish you, I can be able to dash at any time and force your sums. And a lot of the times, you're going to be surprised by the damage that the character can do. He's not weak.
I know Shen does a shit ton of damage.
So there, that was a good chance, but it's not going to work because I already have minions in the tower.
It's also very low on mana.
Well, the mana is not going to really affect it. I audited the tower by mistake there on the first auto. Had I not, it would have been much easier. Now, understanding your offense and your defense opportunities is knowing that you can't just always run around and hope that you're going to be able to outplay them. Because this is not, it is not the way to play Poppy. If you're baiting something for a wall, you need to hold your position. Because I'm not going to let you walk away for free. That's the power of Shen with Ignite. A lot of people will take Teleport, but really you should be taking Ignite. Because it's going to give me more ability to punish you.
So I'm going to have to apologize. I may have to end the session at like 6:30.
That's fine. What time is it right now? 5:12. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, today is just going to be practice for you. Because you need to learn this. You have to internalize this before I can teach you anything else. Because understanding how waves move, especially in top lane, is going to be the basis for you to be able to jungle. Because you cannot jungle if you do not understand pressure. Now, I've only mentioned pressure in the sense of how things work, but what do you think pressure is decided off of? Do you know?
Should I give the
Simple answer, simple as you possibly can, because it's not that complex.
Champion's kit.
Slightly more complex than the answer should be, but yes. It is decided by what the champion does. Poppy versus Shen, who do you think wins in a straight-up fight?
Shen.
Yes. So I have pressure on you. So you are looking to stop me from being able to go to anywhere on the map but stand united with your CC. Doesn't matter if it's your ultimate, doesn't matter if it's your E. If I ever stand united to somebody, you should be looking to stop me. At the same time, you also have to threaten me on my farm. And you kind of can't. And the reason why you can't is because I can threaten you with autos at any time.
And I can't really auto.
Come on, ignite, please. Thank you.
Fine.
It didn't have to be that complex, and it shouldn't have been. But I can threaten you with autos at any time. I never have to dash into you if I don't want to. And just through having one item, through Tiamat, I'm able to control my wave and put you on the back foot. So, in this situation, whenever you are faced versus a laner that has the ability to do this, especially if there's somebody who's building health, especially if they're running Demolish, which scales off of maximum health.
It does?
Yes, it does.
That's terrifying.
Excuse me. What, mother? Give me 1 second.
Alright.
He's already left. Okay, excuse me.
I'm still here.
So as I was saying, control and threat is dictated by a few things. And the biggest thing that controls it is effectively what pressure can you create in your lane to be able to win versus your opponent and put them in the back foot so that you can be able to have priority. Priority controls and dictates what you're able to do from that moment moving forward. And it is important to understand, because if you do not understand it, it's going to become hard for you to learn how to counterplay and move around it. There's lots of shit that goes into understanding it, but it's as simple as
Press on.
if my enemy were to fight me at any point, and they were to kill me, do I lose the ability to be able to counterplay them? Can I be able to follow them to a play if they decided they wanted to just walk towards Herald? If a jungler comes in and fights me, am I going to be able to turn on him and fight back? Or is he going to just outright stomp me once he gets close enough? Do I have the ability to run away from my lane to go help another lane? Can I teleport to a lane if I have teleport to be able to do a counterplay, which is not going to work as much into the next patch once they involve this new awakened teleport until 14 minutes, but same concept.
How does the Awakened Teleport work? I've been hearing a lot about it.
It's just normal teleport. Until 14 minutes, teleport will only be used on towers. After 14 minutes, it can be used anywhere. It's a very dumb change, and I disagree with it highly, because it's very stupid.
It's a very bad...
So, the way that this works... Stop. Step around the minions. So, the way that this works, when it comes to pressure, me taking your tower and me taking yours means that you're going to be in a position where you will have to think about how you're able to outplay your opponent. Right now, with the items you have, you maybe could be able to do it.
1 second.
One second. What, mother?
Heel to the face.
Shut down. Aced.
Thank you for clearing the house.
I told him. Now I need to finish my coaching session, please. I haven't forgotten. Apologies again.
That's
I
fine.
assume you killed me.
Well, the minions were going to do it, so yeah.
Okay, drop game.
Drop game?
Yes, drop game. So, the way that pressure is decided with how you choose to fight is that it is all controlled on how you play the early game and how you approach the lane. Every single time you approach the lane, you need to approach with the mindset, I want to win. And you need to try to do everything that you possibly can to ensure that you can win. But winning does not mean playing aggressive into them, fighting, losing, and dying. It means
Before
whatever
you hit start game, I need to take like a little break. You can keep explaining.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here. Yeah.
So, you have to take every advantage that you can get, and the advantage is based on your win condition versus the lane that you have or do not have pressure in. Playing Poppy, there's not going to be many lanes you have pressure to fight. That's just reality. She's melee. Her pseudo-melee ability is on a timer. You don't get to freely use it whenever you want. It's only in your auto-attack range. And a lot of characters are going to punish you when you try to go for it anyways.
Are you talking about her Q? Because her Q goes...
No, I'm talking about her passive. Her buckler is a passive on a timer.
Oh, yeah.
Mordekaiser, he has a lot of pressure into a lot of melees. He has a little bit of pseudo-pressure into some ranged matchups based on whether or not they are farming well and they're actually able to do enough damage to poke him down, and he's not able to heal that right back up both before and after he buys Leeching Lure into his first item. The rest of your matchups, like Gwen, that's dictative based on how the player chooses to play. If you're playing into something like Tryndamere, you're not going to have a lot of pressure. Post 6. Pre 6, it's going to be about you trying to stick initiative. Characters like Shen, which I would suggest you try thinking about picking up, those characters are going to have a lot of kill threat versus a lot of things early. Because his ability to dash in and do damage and punish people is going to be a lot into what you're fighting. And a lot of the time, this is going to dictate everything that you can do. Because the ebb and flow of battle is going to be based on whether or not you're taking advantage of what you're fighting versus, and whether or not you're going to have the initiative to do it. Because offense-defense is going to let you know really quick, both when the waves meet, when the waves are not meeting, and when you're clearing the waves, who actually has priority. Sometimes it's champion matches up. It's champion matchups. A lot of the times, it's the person piloting the champion and how they're choosing to play it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So when you're looking for priority, what you're looking to do is you're looking to push that wave as fast as you humanly and possibly can. Because that's what I'm trying to teach you to understand with Mordekaiser. We have a lot of damage. I want to walk that damage into someplace, but we can't go anywhere until we get the chores done. The wave is a chore. I have to push through it. Defending the tower is also a chore, but we don't want to lose tower before 10 minutes. Because if we're losing that much gold, if we're able to lose an entire tower worth of plates and gold, something has gone wrong. Because the only way they're able to pressure you off that tower like that is that they have been diving you, they've been pressuring you off with mid-rotation, with the jungler, or you have been dying. And dying is not part of our win con. Let me know when you're back at your computer.
Okay. No, I was waiting till you finish so I can go get me something to drink. Because I'll take that to heart. Hold on.
I would have preferred you just be grabbing something to drink anyways. I already have my food. I eat at my console. It's a bad habit. Not everybody should do it, but I eat at my console. I am too hungry to walk to another room of the house to eat my food. Also, this bitch ate my other fucking roll. What the fuck? Yeah, she ate my other fucking roll. That bitch.
Oh. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm back.
Okay. So, today's drill is going to be probably the hardest one that I've given you. And that drill is getting every single CS that you possibly can.
Without dying?
Yes. But you're not going to be able to counterattack.
Hold on. Yeah, Mom? Sure. Sorry about that. Just have to take care of something. Sorry. So you want me to use Poppy, right?
Literally, you can use whatever character you want for this.
I locked in Poppy.
The guilty will know agony.
So, since your weakest problem and your weakest strength right now for your top lane role is learning how to mitigate poke.
Hold on.
Say again. I thought I heard you say, wait, hold on.
There is no salvation.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Sorry. Let me go to mitigate. Fuck, I forgot to change my runes. I meant my summon spells.
30 seconds until minions
It'll
spawn.
be twice, but it's not going to matter. So,
Okay.
since your weakest, characteristic right now is not knowing how to play into mitigating poke and playing from behind on a back foot, you have to learn to be able to prioritize your CS and your health pool over trying to trade damage onto enemy champions.
Minions has
Because not every matchup you play versus is going to play a melee champion. They're not always going to play something that you're able to poke like Set. And they're not always going to have something that you can be able to dash at repeatedly on Gwen and be able to constantly win just on virtue of being able to dash towards them. So your goal is to try to get every single minion in a wave and try to get, what's an average number? 100 CS
I'm on borrowed time.
by 10 minutes. As close as you possibly can. I'm not sure if it's possible. But that's your goal. And your job is to do it while I'm harassing you.
Now the question is, did you start E, W, or Q?
Yes, but you're not worried about that. It doesn't matter what I start. You're looking to do it without getting hurt. Because I can promise you, I'll get my farm. It's a question of whether you'll get yours.
Bloodshed carries
And if I'll let you walk up to get it either.
work is not done.
Not like this.
You're seeing use of smite.
Cowards flee their fate. No turning back.
So far, you're doing good. You're not panicking.
I'm trying to use my brain.
That's the first step.
Yeah, because I usually go into panic unga bunga mode. But I kind of can't against Varus because I actually have a goal I have to full up, and I am doing terribly.
Right now, it's 24 to 14.
Oh god damn it! Not Red Like Roses Part 2 again. That song's fucking garbage.
Okay, Boots is a good buy, because it's going to allow you to be able to focus on having more movement speed to get out of attack range.
Oh, you gotta be
My
kidding me.
purpose is clear.
Go to the face. Put it down.
Pity those who cross me.
Thank God my nigga senses were taken.
Your what senses?
Yes, Carl, my nigga senses.
But why?
Oh, because I saw that. No, because you were charging up your Q.
Do what I must.
I very much would like to not get hit by the Q.
The Q wasn't necessary to hit you.
Thank God my shield ate that up.
Go to the face.
Deliver them to their end.
First blood. Aced.
I can't reach 100 CS in 10 minutes.
Borrowed time.
I wasn't sure if it would be a possible goal.
With Poppy, it's much harder to CS. She doesn't exactly have the best wave clear.
That Q is a lot stronger than you think.
It's very strong. But it's the range that I'm worried about.
Man with nothing to lose. Bloodshed carries a price.
Let's see here. Yeah, 100 would be impossible. 60 to 70 seems to be more likely. I'll have to see how many I have at the 10-minute mark.
Go to the face.
Because right now, the entire goal of this drill is to get you into the mindset of understanding how to push waves and how to try to counteract on waves.
Cowards flee their
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'm not sure why you ulted there.
More breathing.
face oblivion.
8 minutes, 5. Yeah, 70 seems to be more possible.
Can't hit 70 within the next 2 minutes. I would have to get 31 CS. With the amount of poke you do, it's going to be much harder than I thought. Well, not harder than I thought. It's just going to be hard in general.
Mm-hmm.
I am forsaken.
I don't know why I bought that pink.
My purpose is clear.
Yield to the fit.
9 minutes, 59 to 42. Yeah, 70 seems to be the better number. A better number to cap would be 60 about. 70 is a little bit towards the medium high number.
There is no salvation.
It's unfortunate.
That predictable?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
A lot of the time you're assuming that I'm looking to try to hit you. I'm really not.
My arrows always find their marks.
This is the other reason why pressure is an important concept to hold.
Oh, I'm out of mana. The hitbox on that is longer than I expected, isn't it?
Yes.
And by 10, I got 54.
Technically, I had 71 towards the beginning of that fight there, but yes. You see the concept, right?
Yeah.
A lot of League of Legends is not just about playing a champion. I should be pushing this in. Is not built around playing a champion and just stomping them in lane. It is around getting farm. And this is where understanding wave management, understanding the dueling stance, and understanding what lane has pressure on you all comes together. Because I don't have to physically hit you in order to get ahead of you. Drop game, we're going to reset again. I don't have to fight you in order to punish you for playing a specific way. If you're looking to fight me, I can just choose to avoid you. And you're going to... Yes?
Do you want me to keep playing Poppy?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Any champion will work. If you choose to try to fight me on the wave, and I recognize that you're being aggressive to fight me on the wave, I'm just going to push the wave into you. And I'm going to stay away from you as much as possible. If I recognize that you're trying to take an advantage versus me, and you're being excessively aggressive, to the point that you want to scrap things out, and try to live if you possibly can, I will recognize it, and have to play accordingly. It's going to be the same way every single time, no matter what the engagement is. And it's not going to change. And a lot of that is just based on knowing the matchup and knowing how to play that matchup. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now that was with a ranged champion. I'm going to do the same thing again with probably one of the most annoying counters to top lane. I'm not actually even sure if she's a really good lethal tempo user, but we're going to find out. Who was blowing up my phone?
You've been getting like the... Oh, so we're both playing Fiora.
Getting a bogus text message from something.
Ruth, phone call.
Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's
I suppose we both are.
Also try. I succeed.
So, same thing. This time it's going to be 70, because 70 seems to be the more
30
doable one.
seconds until
I could
minions
also put it at
spawn.
60. It's going to be the same idea and the same goal. You're looking to get as much gold as you possibly can. Today's the 15th. Drops on the 21st.
Minions have spawned.
That's fine. What was the philosophy choice behind Poppy? Or, excuse me, Fiora?
Well, I love my defensive options, and the parry seems a very good defensive options. On top of that, in case I'm getting harassed,
I have no equal.
I also want to.
Yes, but the problem is that it's a choice that has some problems.
This is supposed to
The first
be a
problem
challenge.
is that it's based around understanding of vitals. If you don't understand vitals, it's going to be hard for you to use Fiora.
I actually kind of understand Fiora.
Do you?
She's a champ, kind of.
To the death.
First blood.
I'm not impressed.
Kind of. Yeah.
Strike quickly, strike deftly.
It's a character that is based on movement. Do you know how her vitals work?
They do percentile based shoot damage and give them movement speed.
That's not what I mean. This is a very technical question. Do you understand how they work at the fundamental level of choosing where they go?
Based on opposite position?
No. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to clear this wave, and then I want you to meet me in the river, and I'm going to show you.
So it's kind of dropping the pretense of.
This is a very mechanical question that you have to understand about how her vitals work, because it is the most core integral part of how you choose to use the Q on the champion. So we need to push this wave out of the way.
At once.
I have level 4, you have level 3, you should have all your basic abilities. Alright, river. So, right now, where I can see you. Right now, our vitals are facing towards each other. They can only go forward or down. Now, this one goes above my head and behind you. That is the only place it can go. It has to go either to the front, or to the left, or to the top.
It's based on where we're looking.
Blade.
No,
shall
it's
bind.
based on whichever one gets used first. And it's important for you to understand that. So now, yours is on the top and mine is on the bottom. If I switch it over... Damn. If I switch it over, look where it goes. That or that. That or that. That or that.
Such unrefined
That or that.
style.
This is the basic understanding of understanding how her movement works. Go ahead and reset.
I like you.
When I'm facing towards you, and there is a vital that I can hit in front of you, I'm gonna try to hit that vital. If there's a vital that's behind you, and we're dueling in the wave, I'm going to reset that vital by walking away until it drops the vital, and then walking back forward so it chooses one that's more advantageous for me.
Well, no, I understand that, but from what I've noticed, it seems like it's based on position.
Do not hesitate.
No, it's based on whatever the first vital was. If I have a vital that's on the top, or to the left of the or to the right of the character, it's then going to switch to one that is either on the back or to the left of the character. It's either going to be up and right or down and left. It is always going to pick one of those two, and it's going to rotate between them. So when you're fighting a target, your vital is going to dictate when you can pressure and when you can't. because this is going to skew the amount of gold that we actually have in your actual CS account. But that's important for you to understand, because if you don't understand that about vitals, you're not going to understand about how to actually position yourself. So right now, that front vital there,
Yeah. Wait, why did I hit you for a few seconds?
I have no equal.
you were slowed.
No, I mean, no, it wouldn't let me auto you.
But that right there is the basis of understanding how to CS with this character. Because your Q has a range around it that actually dictates what it hits. And it prioritizes champions with vitals. So when you're trying to get a CS at the farthest distance you possibly can reach, you're going to put it right outside that edge. And it's going to give you movement speed when you hit that vital. So you can be able to back off. You see how I'm able to walk around you here and hit those vitals to be able to keep up the movement speed?
Not good. I didn't think it would actually. I didn't think the Q would pop, even like when I hit. Even when I hit W.
Fiora lunges in a direction and stabs the closest enemy, ward, or structure, dealing damage.
No.
This strike will prioritize vitals and enemies it will kill.
No, that's not what I mean. So I pressed W. I pressed repost first. Repost, and then it just and then I accidentally fat fingered Q, and it traveled.
This Q has a lot more range than it looks like.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean while I was in the middle of my repost. God. My run still went like through, and I was still using W. Like I pressed W, if the animation started.
Yes.
I pressed Q.
Yes, it's a skill that you can buffer. It is a skill that you can buffer.
I never hold back. Try me.
Fucked up.
Shut down.
Oh, I did it way too slow. I should have instantly procced the ultimate. No, we're gonna have to drop a new set because having explained it to you actually took away time. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
But no, Fiora is a character that might be a little bit too hard for you right now, because there's a lot of things you have to notice. I agree with you, it's a very strong champion, and it's really good at farming, but you have to understand how her CSing works, and how her harassing patterns work. Because if you don't understand how her parry is going to select targets, it's not going to actually be usable for you. It's going to be very, very difficult. Extremely difficult.
Should I just use the pick I've always had in my back pocket?
You can if you want. The only worry that I have is that I want you to try to focus on picking the kind of characters that will benefit you for what you need to do. So, for you, for example, benefiting characters that are going to have something you can focus on and you can learn from. Actually, I'm going to use this. Picking on characters that you can try to focus on and get something out of, that you can consistently use every single time, is going to be the thing that I'm going to focus on you trying to learn to do. Because that's literally everything. Like, there is nothing that is more important than that. Because anything else is not going to match up at the end of the day. Understand? Like, it could be no more important than for you to be able to understand how to be able to farm with what you already have. Adding champions to your pool is actually going to lessen your ability to become good at what you're doing. And this will have to be the last one.
Yeah, shit.
Because picking up champions adds to a pool of what you already have for common knowledge, and it's going to require you to practice anyways, Silas.
Yeah. Well, again, I used to play him a bit. Back when I stopped playing Mordekaiser for a little while. Fuck, I fucked up the runes. It's supposed to be biscuit delivery.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
One jump ahead of you.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Swimmingly.
Very
Was that a
interesting.
good?
It's
Was
well,
that a
no.
good trade?
Well, for it's a good trade for you now.
Minions have spawned.
So, same focus as before. Your focus is going to be trying to get your gold. In this case, since you've decided to choose Silas, I'm assuming you're going to try to fight back more often than not. Because remember, the goal was for you to learn to do this without fighting back, but
They won't
It's
catch
kind of hard for me not to do that.
in most games, it's going to be hard for you to do, because it's going to be the focus of whether or not you can recognize you have pressure or not. But I'm going to let you fight back here.
Okay.
Because it's going to help make the lesson easier for you to get on why it's so important.
the mighty shark stalks.
I wasn't even trying to hit you there.
To the briny deep. The tide turns.
I don't even know what Fizz does.
First blood. Ace.
Generally don't know what Fizz does, except for the hop up.
I'll show them a watery grave. Come on, let's go!
2024.
In a splash.
Now, the key thing here to remember about CS totals on Assassins is that it's based on pressure on the wave. So, looking to threaten somebody to kill them is a good way to try and do that.
Mighty shark stalks his prey.
That doesn't work very well versus Fizz. And I hope you're noticing the reason why it doesn't.
You guys can make yourself untargetable?
No.
I don't know why.
Briny deep.
Look at how I push the wave. Are you seeing it?
Not. Oh. You're playing around me.
Fucking hate Kingslayer.
I'm ready.
Kingslayer is so stupidly broken.
Now we strike.
Yeah.
So, Sea Stun Trident. Passive attacks will bleed for magic damage over 3 seconds.
Right, I keep
Ac-
forgetting about
active.
Oh,
Biz's next attack will deal an additional amount of magic damage. If this attack kills its target, it will refund mana and reduce the cooldown to 1 second. Otherwise, it will enable him to deal additional magic damage for 5 seconds.
Okay.
One jump ahead of you.
Forty to 32. Remember what I taught you about wave management. Pushing the wave in will actually give me more minions to be able to collect.
Right, right. So I should focus on last hitting.
Yes.
The mighty shark stalks. To the briny deep. They won't catch
That was
me.
weird.
Now do you see what I'm doing with the wave here?
Yeah.
Look at all this mana that you're expending. Should not walk back into that. Do you see how much mana you're expending?
Yeah.
Why are you throwing this mana out if you can see that it's not stopping me from pushing you in under the tower? This is where you would back up. And had I not been explaining this and actually looking for the counterplay there, you would have died for it. Because I fucked up and actually autoed you instead of the minion.
No fear.
57 to 52. So I would hit the cap target at this point, and you would still have another wave to go for 5 minions.
Something the lesson I learned from Dark Souls, which is don't get too greedy.
Yes,
In a
like
splash.
Silas is a great pick to pick in any lane, really as any role, but it requires you to understand why he's strong. And right now, you're face rolling again. So even from the 2 kills that I have, and the 1 kill that you have, I now have 70 to 55 versus you. And I'm already on my way to being able to finish the first item quickly.
Now we strike.
I'm not sure what leads to you thinking you can walk aggressive like that.
Oh.
I'll give him a watery grave.
Okay. But I'm still Fizz though.
No. The plan was to immediately W you. And then get the fuck out.
Maybe, but it wouldn't have killed me though.
To the briny deep.
Its autos would have done more than enough. Well, not enough to kill, but enough to keep me alive.
But the first reaction I'm going to have after hitting my damage is going to be to go up. And then you're just going to die to the lead effect. I have dots.
Right.
And this increases the damage that I do. Or does it do anymore? True sight slowed. No, it does not anymore. That's unfortunate. I don't like that they changed that. That's stupid.
Ryan isn't exactly the king of ideas. I'm Viego.
Regardless. Shattered Queen. You're an assassin.
Yeah. Which is why I built something that also gives me passive move speed. And
Yes.
I'm fucking up my CS.
Yes, but this is an item that helps you when you are being all in.
Swimmingly.
Finn's also an assassin?
Yes. He's one of the premier assassins.
The tide turns. Now we strike.
Oh, that was a long release. Why wasn't my ward working?
Turret plating will fall.
That's why that item doesn't work. I can just pop it and then reinitiate later.
No, it was up when you fought me again.
Wanna see a trick?
Well, the problem is that the chunk of damage that I did to you was before it came back up.
Land ho!
Or stay. But drop game, and you get the idea there.
No.
So, let's see here. I'm not going to be able to coach you Monday because that's my case. Probably next Wednesday, again. Play
So
some...
this is, so this is just realistically a short practice session.
Yes. Now that I've given you all the tools that you need to be able to win top lane, I expect to see some games where you start applying them actively. Now, this didn't incorporate vision, but it doesn't necessarily need to. Because vision is something that you've done, is something that you do after you've done your chores. None of this walking up and I place a ward inside the river told you so wards. No, I'm sitting in the tower trying to look for a pull and I'm not getting vision when I have priority in the lane. Get your farm, get the gold, don't get shoved out, don't get shoved in, and be able to get your gold so that you can focus on survivability and being able to outplay your opponent so you can start putting your lead out on the map. That's what I want to see next time, okay?
Okay.
Doesn't matter what role you do it from, it just matters that you do it. Doesn't matter if it's a success or a failure. Alright, I need to go prepare dinner. And that's also going to be in my stream for now. I'll probably be live later, everyone. But thank you for your time, and I will see you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Au revoir.